Hello and welcome to East Carolina University and ECU Live Series as part of ECU New Student Orientation. My name is Captain Shaw and I am from Air Force ROTC Detachment 600. We appreciate you joining us today. Today we're going to cover the Air Force ROTC program. This session will be recorded and will be archived and available on the official ECU YouTube channel in a few days. Please give us some time to get the video captioned and uploaded. In order to make sure that we are following accessibility guidelines, the archived recorded session will be closed captioned. If further accommodations are required, please contact the Office of Disability Services. I will give our overview presentation for the first 20 minutes or so, and then open the floor to questions. If you have questions, you can post them to the chat. If you're watching this afterwards, you can email your questions to afrotc@ecu.edu. That's afrotc@ecu.edu, or you can call me at 252-328-1814. Joining us today is one of our cadets, Cadet Lainey Rivera. Cadet Rivera, if you could introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Cadet Rivera. I am a junior here at ECU, and I am majoring in community and regional planning. ROTC for me has gone a long way in developing my professional relationship skills and also who I want to be as a leader.
Excellent, thank you very much. All right, we will now get into the front of our presentation.
Hello, thank you for joining us for this presentation on Air Force Reserve Officer Training Corps, or ROTC, Detachment 600, located at East Carolina University. I am Captain Nihar Shah, and I am the recruiting officer. For more information about anything presented here, or the Air Force ROTC program overall, go to www.afrotc.com. Our mission here in Air Force ROTC is to develop leaders of character for tomorrow's Air Force. We teach, train, and motivate students in becoming future Air Force officers and leaders. When you complete the Air Force ROTC program and graduate with your degree, you will commission as a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force or United States Space Force. We also instill in all of our cadets our core values: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Here is a snapshot of our cadre. Our commander, Lieutenant Colonel Lebec, is the primary instructor for the second and fourth year students. Our operations officer, Major Spencer, is the primary instructor for the third year students, as well as overseeing training during our leadership labs. I am Captain Shaw, and I am the primary instructor for the first year students. Our non-commissioned officers are in charge of the administrative duties of the detachment. Next, we will look at the minimum requirements to be a cadet and remain in good standing with the Air Force ROTC program. First, you must remain a full-time student every semester, with the exception of your last semester in college. At ECU, this translates to a minimum of 12 credit hours per semester, including your Air Force ROTC classes, which we'll discuss more later on. You must also be a U.S. citizen, or at least be able to attain your citizenship by the end of your third year in the program. You must be at least 18 years old or 17 with the consent of a parent or legal guardian. We will send you to medical evaluations during your first semester in the program to determine if you are medically cleared and qualified to serve in the Air Force. You must also remain in good academic standing, meaning a 2.50 GPA for cadets that are on the Air Force ROTC scholarship or a 2.00 GPA for all other cadets. Finally, our program is typically 4 years long, but sometimes it can be condensed to 3 years. Therefore, you must have at least 3 years remaining at ECU in order to be a cadet. If you have less than 3 years remaining at ECU, then you can pursue a commission through Officer Training School. Contact me for more information about that path. So what does it mean to be a cadet? We have higher expectations for a cadet than we do other college students. As a future leader, you are expected to lead by example and walk the walk. As you saw on the previous slide, we have minimum academic requirements. You are required to disclose all previous, present, and future civil involvements to us, including parking tickets, write-ups by resident assistants, speeding tickets, and so on. You are evaluated on your physical fitness and will be expected to pass the Air Force Physical Fitness Test by the spring semester of your second year in the program. This is the same fitness test that you will take on active duty. We expect our cadets to live by the Air Force core values of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Finally, when you commission, you take a solemn oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, which is a responsibility that your peers are not volunteering for. Often, you will see military recruiters at high school looking for people to enlist into the military. Enlisting is different than commissioning as an officer. For example, if you are an enlisted maintainer, you would be the one turning wrenches and changing oil and swapping out parts. As a maintenance officer, you may oversee over 300 enlisted personnel and be in charge of 10-plus jets with the direction to make sure they all fly tomorrow. The maintenance officer would work with his or her senior enlisted leaders to make sure there is a work schedule and plan in place to make sure all jets are flyable the next day. We prepare you here in the Air Force ROTC program to take on that leadership role day one. There are 3 distinct phases in the Air Force ROTC program. The first 2 years are called the General Military Course, or GMC. At this point, you have no commitment to join the Air Force. This is a try it before you buy it type period. If you are offered an Air Force ROTC scholarship, however, you will have to commit to enter the Air Force after graduation in order to activate the scholarship. In between your second and third years of college, you attend field training. This is our version of basic training. This is meant to evaluate your knowledge and leadership ability. If you successfully complete field training, you return as an upperclassman in the Professional Officer Course, or POC. If you have not already committed to the Air Force by this time for a scholarship purpose, you will commit to the Air Force at this time. Let's look at each of these phases in a little more detail. The GMC phase is typically your first 2 years of college. If you are in the 3-year program, you will be simultaneously completing both years at once. Each semester, you will take a 1-credit-hour classroom course and a 1-credit-hour leadership lab. Both classes are on Wednesdays. Freshman year, you learn about the heritage and values of the Air Force. Sophomore year, you focus more on team and leadership fundamentals. During the leadership lab, you put those classroom lessons into practice by running leadership exercises, learning to march, customs and courtesies, uniform wear, problem solving, followership, and so on. Additionally, you attend physical training, or PT, twice a week from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. After completing the GMC phase, you attend field training. The name is a bit of a misnomer. Field training is really an evaluation more than it is training. You will be evaluated on your leadership potential to enter the Professional Officer Course and complete the path to becoming a second lieutenant in the world's greatest Air Force. Field training is a 2-week event at Maxwell Air Force Base, Alabama. It is a highly competitive process. Average scores for GPAs, the Air Force Physical Fitness Test, and SATs can be seen here. After you complete field training, you sign your contract with the Air Force, if you have not already done so. You are agreeing to finish your degree and enter into the Air Force for 4 years of active duty and 4 years of inactive reserve. Note that certain career fields have a longer commitment due to advanced training requirements. For example, pilots have a 10-year commitment and other flying positions have a 6 to 8-year commitment. As an upperclassman, you are in the Professional Officers Course. You use the lessons you learned at field training to refine your leadership ability during the leadership lab and in your cadet wing job. You still attend PT at the same time. However, your classroom courses are now on Tuesdays and Thursdays for 3 credit hours a semester. Junior year, you focus more on advanced leadership and management principles, while senior year, you focus on national security affairs and preparation for active duty. It is expected that you maintain a life outside of Air Force ROTC. We want our cadets to be well-rounded leaders. These are the expected time commitments for underclassmen, or GMC, and upperclassmen, or POC. There are plenty of opportunities to participate more than what's listed here, such as with the Honor Guard, at recruiting events, or at community service events, for example. You will need to be organized and practice good time management to succeed. We will help you develop and refine those skills if they are lacking. In addition to the mandatory events, there are numerous opportunities that you can volunteer for. Every year we go on a visit to an Air Force base so that you can get a feeling for life in the Air Force and what it's really like. This also exposes you to what various career fields in the Air Force are like to help you better choose what you want to do. The only summer event that you have to do is field training. However, there are numerous other exciting events that you can volunteer for. Operation Air Force is a 2 to 3 week event where you shadow active duty officers at various Air Force bases around the country. It is a great opportunity to travel and meet other cadets from other schools and detachments while being exposed to life in the Air Force. There are several internships where you can go study abroad or do research at the Air Force research labs. You can also go back to field training as a junior to be a training assistant and help develop the class after you. If you are interested in computer science or cyber operations, there is an advanced cybersecurity boot camp that you can attend to learn more about the Air Force's operations in the cyberspace domain. There's also an opportunity to meet senior leaders in the Air Force at LEDX to get an insight into the decision-making process and witness firsthand how the Air Force strategies are developed. These are just a few examples of the summer opportunities available. Have you ever flown a plane? We have opportunities that allow you to fly to see if that is a career path you may be interested in. If it is, there are opportunities to get your private pilot's license paid for. Additionally, you can go fly with Civil Air Patrol and or go to the Air Force Academy in Colorado to fly gliders. Finally, there are local opportunities to perform at sporting events with our Honor Guard. They present the colors at football and basketball games and are often on TV. The primary scholarship that we offer is the High School Scholarship. The target audience for this scholarship is high school seniors starting their senior year. The application usually opens in July and closes early to mid-January each year. These are highly competitive 4-year scholarships. The application is completed online at www.afrotc.com. The scholarship pays for tuition and approved fees. It is capped based on the type of scholarship. Additionally, students receive $900 a year in book stipends, as well as a $300 a month to $500 a month living expense based on your current year in the program. These scholarships are open to all majors. However, a list of the most desired majors can be found online at the link shown here. This link shows the list that is always being updated. If you are not awarded a scholarship by the High School Scholarship Program, you are able to compete for a scholarship from the In-College Scholarship Program. You should have an opportunity to compete for these scholarships every semester as a GMC, starting with your second semester in the program. In order to be eligible, you need to complete your medical evaluation, pass the Air Force fitness test, have a high enough GPA, and score high enough on the SAT or ACT, or the Air Force Officer Qualification Test. More information is provided every semester regarding the qualifications and expectations for this scholarship. These scholarships are 2 to 3 years and pay for tuition and approved fees. You also get the $900 a year book stipend and the monthly $300 to $500 living stipend. The day after you graduate, you commission as a second lieutenant in the Air Force or Space Force. Then you go to your job site or technical school to start working. The exact amount of time that you may have to wait varies year to year. We do a lot more than just fly in the Air Force. All of these career fields require a bachelor's degree, but not necessarily one in that related field. For example, you can be a criminal justice major and then go work in space operations. Exceptions to this include engineering, scientist, medical, chaplain, and legal career fields, where you need a related or relevant degree to go into that career field. During your junior year, you will submit your top 6 preferences into your career field. Last year, we had 80% of all cadets get one of their top 3 choices. These are the primary factors that affect your competitiveness for your career field. There are a lot of benefits to entering the Air Force as an officer. As mentioned previously, there is a higher level of responsibility for officers. Therefore, the pay is higher too. While your exact pay will be determined by where you live, a brand new second lieutenant living in Greenville, North Carolina, where ECU is located, will earn about $55,000 a year. At the end of that 4-year active duty service commitment, they would be making over $88,000 a year. There are numerous other benefits to serving in the Air Force, besides just the pay. Before, you only earned a pension if you served 20 years. Now, the Air Force has a retirement plan equivalent to a 401k that matches contributions up to 5% of your base pay. And you can take it with you whenever you leave the Air Force, even if it's less than 20 years. You also get 30 days of paid vacation every year, and excellent healthcare coverage and life insurance. Additionally, the Air Force values advanced education. They have numerous degree programs in place if you want to pursue an advanced degree on your own. In some cases, the Air Force may even pay you to go get an advanced degree as a full-time job. Finally, the Air Force is continuously replenishing military bases with supplies all over the world. It does this using large cargo planes. There's space available on the plane. You are able to get on and fly for free to wherever that plane is going. Common destinations include Germany, Hawaii, South Korea, and Japan. So, what do you do now? If you are a high school student, go online to www.afrotc.com and apply for the Air Force ROTC scholarship. Then, apply to ECU, and whenever you register for classes, register for Aero 1100 and Aero 1101. If you are an incoming freshman, sign up for Aero 1100 and Aero 1101. If you are on the 3-year plan, sign up for Aero 1100, Aero 2200, and Aero 2201. If you run into issues or need to submit other paperwork, contact us. Thank you very much for your interest in Air Force ROTC. If you have any questions, please call us at 252-328-6597 or email us at afrotc@ecu.edu. For more information, you can go to www.afrotc.com or hhp.ecu.edu/AFROTC. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. As a reminder, this session has been recorded and an archived copy of this recording will be available on the official ECU YouTube channel. If you have any questions, you can email them to afrotc@ecu.edu or call me at 252-328-1814. We hope you'll join the next session on the question and answers session with the orientation assistants at 7 p.m. today. Feel free to contact the Office of Student Transitions at 252-328-4173 or visit their site at studenttransitions, all one word, .ecu.edu. Thank you and have a great day.